It's that time of week again. It's the Welsh Rugby Show, the show where we round up the action from the 4 Welsh regional teams this week in Europe, not the Pro 14. Scarlets and the Cardiff Blues in the Champions Cup, while Ospreys and the Dragons took part in the Challenge Cup. We're going to start with the Scarlets game. Scarlets unfortunately lost against Racing 13-14 at Parc Scarlets, and there was one huge decision which we are going to get to in a minute, and I'm going to give my opinion on it. So the Scarlets went behind through a try from the flanker Jus Renu, who latched onto a pass from scrum half Xavier Javert. What a line he took. It was a great line that he got. Popped it through to him and he went over, and Russell scored the conversion. That kind of woke Scarlets up a little bit, and they began to play some really good rugby. And Gareth Davis got a fantastic try from the base of the scrum after the penalty, going on the blind side and using his strength to get past the defenders and score a try. It was looking good for the Scarlets. It was looking even better then when Jonathan Davis played a lovely grubber kick through, and McNichol jumped upon it and scored a try. But Racing near the end were putting on the pressure on the Scarlets, and ultimately the pressure was too much, according to the referee. A maul was pushed through over the line, it seemed nearly over the line, from Racing, but the ref deems it to be collapsing the maul from the Scarlets, and it's a penalty try. And this means 7 points straight away to Racing, a yellow card for the Scarlets, but more importantly, the Racing go 14-13 into the lead, with just a minute or so left. Was it a penalty try? You guys let me know in the comments below, but my personal opinion from watching it back a few times is I'm still unsure. I think it's a really tough call. It's a very brave call from the ref. I don't think there's a clear... It's not clear, is it, that they've tried to collapse the maul as such. It's very difficult with all those bodies all over the place. I'm surprised that the ref did that call. I'm very surprised that he did. The pressure had been on it, yes, and because it's a penalty try, definite yellow card, but was it a penalty try in the first place? It's a brave call from the referee. So Scarlets lose, but I'm pretty confident they're going to get out of this group. They're a good side, they're a strong team. I think they will be okay. Next up though is the Ospreys, who did manage to win 27-0 against Pau from France at the Liberty. A great performance from them there. Some great tries from Hook, who got them off to a great start. He offered early promise there with an entertaining affair, but the rest of the first half really failed to deliver. It wasn't a great first half. Luke Morgan did get on the score sheet again, but George North is the man I want to talk about. 5 tries in 6 games now. He is on fire, which can only be good for Wales. He hasn't really been that standout performer for Wales over the past 2 or 3 years or so, and it'll be great to see him back in form. When he's in form, he's one of the best wingers in the world in my opinion, but he just wasn't. Pau didn't really offer that much in this game. It was quite easy for the Ospreys, and I think we're beginning to see the gulfing class, like we saw with Leinster against Wasps, like we saw now against Ospreys against Pau, between these top Pro 14 teams and the mid-table teams of the English leagues and the French league. I think we're beginning to see the difference in level, and I don't think the gap between the English league and the Pro 14 is that big anymore. I think it's more a level playing field, because if a team like Leinster can put 50 points on Wasps, and I know Leinster are an incredible side, but Wasps aren't bad, yeah, they ain't bad, so if they can do that, the gap is narrowing a heck of a lot. But the Ospreys will be happy with that performance, but they did have to push for that bonus point, and it was good to see Keelan Giles playing again. He'd been injured, of course, for quite a while out of the game. It was good to see him back playing for the Ospreys. So the Ospreys, I would expect them to go quite far in the Challenge Cup. They're one of the stronger sides in it, but there are some big teams in there like Harlequins and a few others in there who could challenge them. But a really good performance from the Ospreys. They will take confidence going into the next round next weekend. Next, we're going to talk about the Dragons, who won in an emphatic style 54-17 against Timisoara Saracens out in Romania. Elliot D getting 2 tries. I'm not going to go over the tries as such in this little review. You can go check the highlights out on the YouTube channel of the Challenge Cup. But how much can we take out of this result? This side in Romania, they are the champions of Romania, but the level of rugby there is not at the level of here in Wales, of course. And the Dragons being the weakest side in Wales in regional Welsh rugby, you wonder how much the Scarlets, how much the Blues, how much the Ospreys would have put on this side. But credit is due where credit is due. You can only beat who's in front of you, and the Dragons certainly did that. Played some really good rugby at times. Elliot D, as captain, led from the front and got 2 tries. Really positive signs for the Dragons. And this could be something small for the Dragons this season, really to aim for, really to do well in. I don't believe they are good enough to get to the Champions Cup through the league. I don't think they've got enough to do that. Do I think they got enough to win the Challenge Cup? Not really, but I think they can go deep. I think they can go deep in this tournament and really show Europe what they can do. They've always seemed to have had this potential. I've spoken about it on previous videos and previous Welsh rugby shows, that they've got this potential to be a top class side with so many young players coming through, but it always seems to be that the coach changes, or that the star players coming through gets injured, and for whatever reason they just can't get back to where they were, and the whole process starts again. As such, you need to have continuity, and you need to have a plan, maybe a 3-4 year plan for Bernard Jackman, saying you've got this job for the next 3 years, whatever happens you got it, build something. But the Dragons will be really happy with that performance. It's now time to look at the Cardiff Blues. Now we move on to the Cardiff Blues, and Cardiff went out in Lyon 30 points to 21. What a great result for them, and a star performance from Gareth Anscombe. Things didn't start too well though, as the host took the lead. It was through Goujon, who burst over from the scrum. Talks about a possible knock-on from the scrum half who fed him, but he crashed over enough strength and enough power to score, and Box Cease kicked over the conversion. But Cardiff got themselves back into the match, replying. The ball cut out wide, swiftly played out wide for Ollie Robinson to score, and again Anscombe came up with the conversion. Ellis Jenkins then completed a fantastic interception, brilliant interception it was, and a lovely ball into Williams, who bewildered the defence, stepped in, stepped out, and then dived acrobatically in the corner. But it's got to be Gareth Anscombe who got the try of the game, and possibly the try of round 1 in the Champions Cup. Receiving the ball from a high kick in his own half, beating the defenders, and heading out towards the side of the pitch, have thrown a lovely dummy, and he's in over the try line. Lyon did score near the end, but Anscombe kicked over a penalty to ensure that Lyon did not get a losing bonus point. But Cardiff Blues, what a performance from them. Very confident for them. So great performance from the Cardiff Blues as they went out in Lyon, and they'll take that confidence into the next round of matches. It's still European rugby next weekend, so your preview will be out on Friday night. But who will they be facing? Well, Scarlets, first of all, will travel over to Leicester to take on a team who will want to bounce back from a loss against Ulster. Dragons will host Northampton. That's going to be a tough test for them in the Challenge Cup. But a very good performance against, yes, a poor team from Romania, but they'll take confidence from that for sure. Worcester then are the hosts for the Ospreys. Ospreys again going in after a great result against Power, winning 27-0. And then Cardiff host Glasgow on the Sunday. 2 Pro 14 teams going against each other. Who's going to come out on top? Let me know in the comments down below. So there you go, there's the Welsh Rugby Show for this week. Hope you have enjoyed. Do like and subscribe and get involved in the comments down below. Take it easy. Peace.